What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turno, with my co-host, Brian Limper, and we are back with another week of crazy K-Pop.
Crazy K-Pop.
It's every week now.
We're going to have to figure out a way to schedule some more tours in our future.
Just when we thought we were safe. Just when we thought everything was good for the summer, which it is.
We got a
bomb dropped on us.
By Leo Presents. Apparently they're doing pretty well for themselves because they got
they just got a lot more staff.
They got a lot of tours going on right now because now we have a summer tour of Veebs.
BVZs.
Coming to America. VVZ.
Didn't think it'd ever happen.
Here we are.
But they have a summer tour with Leo Presents.
Which would be
And that's crazy.
That's their third tour coming right now because they've got Lucy. I don't know if that started yet.
Yeah, I think that's starting this month sometime.
Then they announced Purple Kiss starting at least in a month.
Yep. And
actually,
then
maybe a little sooner than that. No, maybe it is June.
Yeah.
January, June. One of those J months.
J month. JJ.
And now they just said Veebs is coming for a summer tour as well.
So, that's pretty crazy.
I know. Never thought I'd see the day. I see Cindy in person.
So, the fun fact, we got everything tickets for our Purple Kiss show in Toronto, so that's exciting.
Yeah, we did get that.
We've never done the everything package before, so only right for Purple Kiss in Toronto.
So that's going to be cool. But we got to figure out how to work in another concert, hopefully.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all up on the dates. That's what we've been saying every week because we just never knew and we thought we were good, but now we got to wait on the dates again.
So anyone who's excited for them or like G-Friend, now's your chance to see through those numbers. So good for you.
A lot of people were super hyped about that, but that'd be a really awesome show to see. And we'll definitely try and go if we can.
I always say I'm always excited for people who get to see their favorite groups because that's an awesome feeling.
Right.
And I will be able to experience that in Canada while everybody else gets to experience it when they go see G-Friend / Veebs. A lot of people like G-Friend, so.
Yeah.
Hope they play Magustas too.
Oh, gosh.
It'd only be right.
We got to find out when that is, but that's really exciting.
And I believe
tour season is loaded.
Sometime, Triple S is going to come back finally.
Finally, the full group, Triple
24
S,
members.
is here.
We still got to do a Welcome to the House episode for the last 4 members. We should probably do that before they actually...
Right, perfect time too.
Do something, so maybe we'll just do a special episode and do that one.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of comebacks have happened. Just K-pop's popping now.
It really is.
It's about that time of the year.
It's just, once spring, summer hits, everything seems to be going on, so that's where we're at.
That is very, very exciting. I'm trying to think of everything else happened.
KCON's back on the hot seat.
Yeah, it is. And not just for us, for a lot of people.
Just seeing, the Veebs tour definitely got a lot of people excited. We'll say that much.
Got the crowd in a frenzy.
So we'll see where they go. I'm not really going to put any guesses or hopes because when I did that for Purple Kiss, they were about as far away from my cities as possible. So we'll just see where the ball rolls in this one.
I do see a lot of people commenting saying they're excited to go see Purple Kiss in Canada. So hopefully some of you Canadian fans are listening to this and you can come say hi to us when we go to Toronto.
Yeah, I am very excited to go to Toronto and see Purple Kiss.
I am too.
Extremely.
Been excited to go do something here lately, like go on a nice road trip and do something fun.
Yeah.
And this is it.
Yeah.
My prayers have been answered. We're going to Canada.
It's weird because...
as long as they let us in.
We're so prepared, I'm nervous.
I know,
because things are going a little too smoothly.
We're just going to get turned away at the border.
Something's going to happen. We're going to be like, wow, you guys are too ugly. Get out of here.
Yeah, I know.
But we got everything we need. We got our tickets, got our passports. We just got to go.
You are right. It's going way too good.
That's why I was like, usually stuff doesn't go so smooth for us as far as getting tickets or, I don't know, logistical type stuff. But now it's all working out. It's all coming together. Everything's paid for pretty much. That's spooking me out. Something's up.
I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get going and that happens. I'm counting down the days.
Yeah.
I was like, well...
it's not that far away.
No, it's not. It's a little more than... I guess it's 2 months.
We got all of our days off and everything. It's... I'm excited.
I am too. Get to go see Michigan. Never been there. Gonna go see Michigan. Gonna go see different parts of Canada. Hopefully it's not raining outside.
I'm expecting a lot from Canada.
I'm
expecting, I don't know, but it's just a lot.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
So we will have a extensive review of the country Canada.
We're going to try to make an awesome vlog.
Yeah.
We'll see if that actually happens or not. I've made one. I'm basically a professional right now, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
But we will see if that actually happens or not, so don't get your hopes up for that. But we're going to try our best. Because it's one of those things where I always think about doing it, and we talk about it.
Yeah.
And I might make like 1 or 2 little videos, but I never have enough to actually make an actual vlog because I forget to vlog things that people would actually care about. So maybe we'll, since it's a 2-day excursion of like things happening, multiple tours we're going to, we will make a vlog and you guys can see what we eat on one trip to see a concert.
Yeah, because I mean,
and see Brett.
We all know of the term road trip, but this is for real.
This is like a super.
This is like an actual road trip, and we've been on many, but this one is literally multiple state, multiple country road trip to make this happen. To see multiple groups in the span of 2 days.
If
So
I get enough footage, this video might be at least 8 minutes long.
Yeah, I know, right?
We'll see. But yeah, we'll
try our best. We'll try our best.
I always try to do something different every year to like, just put other stuff out there. But like I said, we're not really content creators. We just kind of do this as a fun thing to do. Mm-hmm. So it's not really at the top of my list of things to actually do when I'm in the moment of doing it.
Right, yeah.
So
exactly,
I guess if I remember, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I always have these grand plans and stuff we plan up and it never happens.
Right.
You know how long it took us to be able to film reaction videos with a green screen behind us? Years.
Long time into the channel existing, so.
So simple, but it took so long to establish that as something we do.
Yeah.
And now it's like a huge part of the podcast.
Now it's just a really easy, streamlined thing. Like, we do whenever we want, pretty much, or not want.
We probably get enough views on those now. We just need to not be the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast and just be like the K-Pop Kimchi channel.
The K-Pop Kimchi. And that's it.
Yeah.
Corporation.
But it's too late. I've already invested in all the
merchandise. We already have new hats.
And new business cards, so we'll save that for next year or two.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The rebrand.
But today we're going to do our Not What You Came For at the beginning of the show, since I forgot to do it last week at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So we're going to recommend a band, group, song, something that has nothing to do with K-pop. So you guys can hopefully listen to it if you think it's cool. Today's recommendation for me is actually going to be one that I heard this morning at work on one of those random like radio stations that I start when I'm like listening to other groups. And it's from a group I've never heard of in my entire life.
Yeah.
That was a band from 1999 to like 2009. And they released one single album in 2007 called Blinded Black.
Pretty sick name.
And they're like that straight, right in the middle, like emo wave 2007 vibes.
Yeah.
And the name of this album is called Under the Sunrise. And one of those songs came up on that like list I was telling you about. So I looked up the entire album. 6th album I've ever heard in my life. No idea why I've never heard of it.
Dang. It's a great band name.
They are the perfect mix between Boys Night Out and Senses Fail in one band. And guess where they're from?
Chicago.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, even closer.
Yep.
Nice.
They have one album. They literally have one album that they put out, like I said, called Under the Sunrise in 2007. And they had a small comeback where they released one single called The Next Chapter in 2017.
Yeah.
Never made anything after that.
Called it quits on top.
But yeah, I listened to the whole album multiple times today. Sick of singing the entire world. You like Boys Night Out? You like Senses Fail? You like that like Taking Back Sunday early 2000 emo? This is for you because it was amazing. It's always crazy to me how like random groups like this will pop up and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how have I never heard of you ever in my entire life?
Mm-hmm.
Because I listen to this music all the time. Like random ones I find all the time like YouTube, Spotify. For years. And this is the first time I've ever heard of this group. And they're from St. Louis, Missouri.
Super close.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's weird. But that's my recommendation.
I don't think I know any. I don't think I know any bands from St. Louis.
You have to check them out. They're pretty cool. I'll put a song clip in. Hopefully, that super, almost 20-year-old song clip doesn't get us banned this week.
I know, it probably will, right?
I mean, Europe did, so. Actually, European channels did. I had to make a special one for YouTube that had the audio taken out because they both got flagged and got us banned from worldwide views.
It's lame because all we're doing is trying to promote.
Yeah, I know.
We're trying to spread the word. I don't really have one this week. Nothing really stuck out as far as I didn't listen to any Discover Weekly. I didn't hear like any random songs. Usually that's trying how I go by it is just like, did I hear like a random something, or see how D Weekly helps me out. Like last week it was the one band you really liked that was freaking sick, but this week I got nothing.
That's fair.
That's my effort. That's my effort this week, Haywan.
I mean, hey, it happens. I just listen to random stuff when I'm sitting at work.
See, I don't ever listen to music at work, so like I just don't. I don't know. It's not. I just don't have a good time to like. I guess when I'm working out, but then you kind of just have like a workout playlist, so I just like turn that on, or I listen to like a sports thing or something.
Sure.
So that's like my main. Some people do play music at their like desk though. You can like hear it. They like don't even use headphones. They'll just like play it on speakers or something.
At least I use headphones. Well,
Yeah.
also I got to talk to people face to face. So I don't really.
True.
Can't really not use headphones.
True.
But yeah, I hear a lot of stuff on my. Well, I like to put on random stuff, like listen to albums at work while I'm like sitting there talking to people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Your floor or office, I don't know what it would even be. It's a very hustling, bustling place.
Yeah, I know. It's great because I can like sit there and listen to music and they're like telling me stories. I have to listen to them. I just listen to like what I need to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of the time
Smile
I just
and
don't
nod.
listen to anything they're telling me.
Could not have been more helpful people there. Shout out to you for my passport because it's all coming together.
Yeah, I know. Good thing you got it when you did.
My gosh.
But now we got these energy drinks to try. Well, one of them's an energy drink.
We're going back.
Since I was cleared by my doctor who told me I'm completely fine, we're going to give this Monster a sip here. You know, I'm not going to push it and drink a bunch of it. But
No, I don't want to either.
Since you know there is 240% of your daily value of niacin in this one
crap.
can.
Maybe.
But, you know, we saw it, so we're going to try it.
It's a brand new Monster.
It's called Rio Punch. I do like their Pacific Punch, and I like their Pipeline Punch. So the punch ones are usually pretty good.
That is true, isn't it?
Very tropical.
Smells good.
Smells good. I don't know if it says
it's
what
representative of Brazil.
It's delicious.
I mean, it's very good. Very good.
Delicious. Am I hooked? Am I addicted again?
I'm back. Doctor, help me. It's very good.
I told Justin I can't wait to get just like freaking tweaked out on this one sip of energy drink, a real one, since I haven't had any in like months.
Well, you haven't. We both haven't had them because I pretty much stopped drinking them when you did.
I think the only one I've had that had like niacin in it was when you drank the Red Bull.
The Red Bull, yeah, same. I don't drink them. I don't buy them, drink them at all anymore. Nothing.
But now the real star of the show, our second taste test of the day. We saw this at Walmart today. It is Sprite Chill, and it is Sprite that is cherry lime flavored, which sounds awesome.
That sounds so good.
Let's see if this is better than the Rio. I'm not gonna lie, the Rio one's pretty good.
It was very good. Monster kills it with the punch ones.
Ooh. This is like white cherry flavor. Oh, it's smoky. White cherry flavor. A little less niacin than this one. Cherry lime, though. That's just a winning combination.
Wow, it smells really good.
It does. We'll see this.
Here we go.
You know, to be honest with you, never have any like Sprite flavored stuff. It just tastes like
Sprite with like a tiny hint of flavor. Like a little bit.
A thicker Sprite.
Yeah. Yeah, it just tastes like Sprite.
Yeah. If you would just give this to me and tell me it was a Sprite, I'd be like,
yeah.
Something's weird about it. It's a little milky looking. But
it just tastes like Sprite.
Yeah, and that's just kind of like Sprite.
It smells more cherry than it tastes.
All right, well, good thing we did not buy a whole case of that.
Yeah, I know. We were lucky and got the single bottle, but we were not sure because the first thing we saw was the case.
Definitely not as good as the...
Wow, that's kind of a disappointment.
The Rio Punch.
The Rio Punch was good, though. Oh,
but now it's time...
affecting me?
I know. It's time to get in the episode. I'm wired now.
I know. We're locked in.
Today's episode is I-LAND2, episode 3. I'm pretty sure they had like a weird title for this. It was like 12 or something like that.
It was like the 1 + 2, 12. I don't know. It was weird.
Now, to start this episode out, we had obviously a highlight of the people who got sent to ground and the people who got promoted up to I-LAND.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to put Yuju on there getting your like awesome breakfast that you had, saying like, oh, I love this place. I could use this. And then you just had June being super depressing and terrible.
My gosh.
And having a bad attitude like always.
I don't know. Everyone can say bad editing if you want, but that girl does not look like she wants to be there.
I was going to say, I saw a bunch of stuff on Reddit that was like, I don't know, just as bad editing, or they use bad shots of her, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. She looks pretty bad.
And in the face, she looks like she is not interested and does not care.
She also makes some like weird comments
to be there, and she's just a little bit. The way she exited I-LAND the first time
and showed up to ground.
Just I don't know. It's just like in the body language and the facial expressions, and they were not great.
Her like attitude to the rest of the whole time down there was not really.
Not great.
Good.
Not great. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but yeah, it's just not great overall.
But after that, they kind of showed how the next thing was going to work. And the first part was kind of weird because they like made them pair up together.
Yeah.
So you had groups of, 2, so there's 6 groups in the ground and 6 groups in I-LAND.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 groups in ground, 6 groups in I-LAND.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like partner up and do like the weird thing they always do where they have to like read stuff and they both choose an answer at the same time to see like how compatible they are. So it's like a weird team bonding exercise thing.
Yeah, it was like a little cute, fun game time.
Yeah, they'd be like, on the count of 3, we'll both either say like pork or chicken. And they like,
they'll like draw each other.
Yeah, and they draw each other like a picture of each other. Really just to bond together.
Until.
Before they drop the bombshell later that the way this episode was working was there's going to be 2 groups of 6 from both areas. One's going to perform Whistle. The other one's going to perform Panorama for the I-LAND group. For the ground group, one's going to perform Bad Boy and the other's going to perform Like Ooh Ah. And whichever group won stayed on I-LAND or got promoted to I-LAND, where the other groups would either stay in ground or get promoted down to ground. So it's basically like a pass-fail. Like you had a 50-50 shot of making it.
Big team exercise here.
Big swap of people.
Yeah.
And then we found out, which this also went against what we learned last week, that 2 people were being eliminated. The 2 lowest scoring people were going to be eliminated from ground.
I swear that's what it said.
Although last week they said it was like 1 person was going home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really sure how that translated or how that happened.
Yeah.
But that was the rules for this week's episode and what was going on. So they made the people, after they bonded together, they're like, okay, this is your choice, I-LAND people. You have Whistle, you have Panorama. Between both of you, you decide who's going to do one, because only one of you can do one and one has to do the other, and they split them up.
Right.
Gradually, or naturally, there's some fighting that took place amongst the girls, because some of them wanted to do the same ones, but that wasn't an option.
Right.
They each had to pick one, and the other had to pick the other one, and there was some bickering between each other, and some, I don't know, maybe friendships torn apart.
Yeah, it was just the process of them trying to pick the different song, and people really wanted the one song, and eventually everyone came to an understanding. So
yeah, some members had to give in and let the other person just do what they wanted to do.
Right.
But I guess that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So that's how we got our groups. That's how friendships got ended. That's how the bridges got burnt.
Because it's competition time.
Yeah, because, I mean, you have a lot to lose off this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you actually have a chance of getting eliminated if you get sent to the ground. So
yeah, I was going to say, and like maybe someone who hasn't been in I-LAND or something yet, you have a good chance because this is a team thing. So
yeah, because there's multiple girls who knew, hey, I don't have to be the best.
Right.
I just have to be on the team that does the best. You know?
I just have to do the be not completely trash.
So the other girls can carry me to I-LAND.
Yeah. So this is
same with the girls on the ground. They knew, hey, I'm going to want to be on a group with Fuko because Fuko's really good.
Yeah.
And we have a chance of moving to I-LAND.
Right.
So, it was like a weird strategy thing going on, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure how well it paid off because, spoiler alert, they didn't even end it today. We were told we were getting some eliminations.
Nope.
Thought we were going to get all the performances. They've been doing a good job of getting them all in up to now. Of course, they cut it off. So we'll see next week.
We did not technically see the end of this episode. We did, but we didn't.
But after that, they got into little groups, and this is the first time we kind of saw the, behind the scenes practicing, picking roles.
We had a lot of that.
All that stuff.
A lot of that in this one.
Which, I mean, is a staple of these shows.
Yeah.
I feel like this wasn't as bad as normal.
Yeah, it was, I don't know.
But it showed
wasn't as drawn out.
Picking their positions and stuff. And I mean, honestly, I could tell you what the positions were, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because there really wasn't any changing of positions like there was in the previous ones. Except for one, I did remember in the Whistle, there's a whole big thing because Yuju wanted to be a rapper and Yui wanted to rap. And I guess they picked Yuju at first, but then at the end it got changed. But then after that, it never got changed back. So
yeah.
Yui ended up being the rapper.
Yeah.
That was like the big kerfuffle with this group was who's going to be the rapper.
Right.
But they did practice behind the scenes stuff. And one of the things they did, I don't remember if they did these on other ones. I think they might have did it on Universe Ticket. But the judges or whatever they are, I don't know what they're called in this one. They're not unicorns. I don't know.
The Planet Masters.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. They came in and they did like a term evaluation. Which, I mean, apparently they have ample days to practice for these because they had at least 4 days after they came and talked to them to keep practicing. So I don't know how many days they had before, maybe 1 or 2. But they came and watched both the I-LAND group teams go. And not going to lie, they're kind of mean.
Yeah, I swear these judges are... I feel like I pretty much agree with what they say. Like, I never, really disagreed. Like, even when they're being mean, I'm like, okay, a little harsh, but I can see what you mean.
I guess maybe not mean. They're kind of more direct.
They're very straightforward with them. And I feel like it's a very, different position of, they're either very straightforward in an almost negative way, or they're just, super positive.
Yeah.
There's not, a very much, an in-between of, it's very, this is really good, or why are you wasting my time?
Yeah, it is.
But I will say, it is, the way they kind of present it might seem a little harsh, but for the most part, I think the judges are pretty spot on about their kind of evaluations of the things they say and all that. So I just thought it was kind of it's just a very 0 to 100.
Hey, sometimes you need to hear the truth.
No, they certainly do tell the truth. They certainly tell the truth.
Well, it is also nice because, for lack of a better term, in other shows, we're just blowing smoke up their asses and telling them how great they're doing all the time.
Yeah.
They're actually giving them constructive criticism, and the girls will go back to the little huddles afterwards and be like, hey, this is what we were told to work on directly, so this is what we need to fix.
Well, that's what's nice is because I think in them being kind of brutally honest, it does, like you said, tell them what they need to do.
It kind of sticks with them. And
instead of just them actually just being mean and rubbing their face in the dirt, and then it's what am I even supposed to get from that besides I suck? It's
or they're overly positive, and they're well, obviously we're going to do good, and they go to do their stage, and it's still not good because they didn't fix anything.
It's okay, that sucked, but now we know what we need to fix or work on, instead of just them just being rude to them, and you're well, now I'm crying and I don't even know what to fix. So because I like these judges a lot.
They'll go to the performance things, and the judges will be yeah, we told them to work on that, and they did it.
Yeah.
Or this is a really important part. She needed to fix this, and
I like these.
They make the changes. So
yeah, I like this team of judges.
Also, granted, it's being translated in English, so who knows how.
I know, maybe they're actually super nice all the time.
They're actually being, I don't know.
Well, it's just from what we're seeing, our take of the translations.
Yeah, I have seen people online complaining about how they're kind of mean, but I don't know.
All the shows are.
They're definitely meaner to the girls now than they were on
that's the one that made me so mad. They were so nice to those boys. But the girls just got brutally, just verbally, you suck all the time.
Yeah, I know.
The boys, it's hee, you're fine. You'll I was what is this?
I can tell you have no prior dancing experience, but you're doing great. Where on these shows, they're why are you even trying to be an idol right now? Is this what you even want to do?
This is a waste of my freaking time.
Why are you here right now?
Yeah, I don't know. There was a little bit of a difference there that we noticed, so.
But, for overall, I agree with you. The judges have been pretty spot on, and they're...
Yeah, I like this team.
They're helping them get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd when I played basketball, I'd much rather have a coach that yelled at me.
Right.
And, told me what I needed to do or how bad I was.
Yeah.
Than a coach who's just you tried your best, but,
it seems...
what more can I ask from you? I'm well, we were terrible, so...
Yeah, I know.
we could be better.
We weren't good. It seems like these judges, care to the fact of trying to help instead of caring the fact of, I'm on TV, I need to make myself look noticed.
Also, granted, once they do good, they also will compliment them and tell them, hey...
Absolutely.
You needed to work on this, and you did it. I commend you for that.
Great job. Yeah, absolutely.
Which is good, I think, for me, anyways.
Absolutely.
From my point of view, I think it's good. I think it's good for them, too.
Yeah. It looks like it's definitely helping, for sure.
But yeah, we got the whistle team, and that was Jimin, Sarong, Sujong, Yui, Minsol, and Yuju. Unfortunately, performance review thingy at the end, because they actually did really good. This was a great stage.
This was a very solid, very good stage.
Good. Minsol, my fave, kind of did not do great, and they even pointed that out. Mm-hmm. So... Hopefully we can fix that for the next
Yeah.
performance stage, and she gets carried through, maybe, to stay in I-LAND by the rest of the group. But everybody else did really good.
Yeah, that stage was really solid.
Jimin did awesome.
Outfits were really solid. Jimin showed why she did super well in Are You Next.
And why she's still the fan favorite.
Why it was a good stage.
Also,
Minsel just had a little bit of vocal slip ups. She didn't. It wasn't like horrible or anything, but you could tell it was a little bit just a singing part. But it was still a really good stage.
I think the best is they pointed her out messing up like maybe that one part.
Yeah.
But during the whole like little montage and all this stuff beforehand, they like didn't show her one time.
Yeah, I know. And she really didn't have too many parts in the song either. But it was really good, and they were the first team to like go.
Yuju also did really good, and she was one that kind of was worried because she wanted a certain part and didn't get it, so she's kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
But then when it came to the actual performance, yet again, she like just did her part and did a good job, and the judges were like, "Yeah, you did great."
I really liked Yuju in this episode.
Like you had like 6 seconds of lines, but you did amazing. So.
Yeah, she did good, and then this team was about like Jimin being great, and then Yui kind of like overcoming her raps, and
by raps it's like her inability to like just say the right words.
Yeah, and like but of course performance time she like killed it and did great, and
that's the best part about these shows. Sometimes is like they'll be terrible, or like oh you need to do this, you can't even talk or walk and chew gum at the same time. Then it comes to doing the show and it's just like everyone does a great job.
Yeah, she did fine. She really powered through and did a great job rapping. So it was a great stage. I really liked it.
Then for the second stage, we had Panorama. That was Sabi, Jungin, Juwon, Choiseul, Mei, and Coco. And the whole big thing with this was Panorama is a very, very high-pitched kind of song in certain parts. And the members of the group just could not hit those notes.
No.
And it's one of those things, too, where the judges even realized it. I keep calling them judges. I don't even know if they're judges. The mentors, coaches.
You know who we're talking about.
Realized it when they watched their little midterm thing.
Yeah.
And even told them that there's no way you're going to be able to do this. Like, lower it down a couple of keys because if it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they did it and it sounded a lot better. But that was like their whole big thing with this was overcoming.
It was just the singing of it, yeah.
Overcoming the odds of being able to actually hit the notes like they're supposed to.
Now, this is like just such a hard song because of the vocals, and it's also an extremely hard dance. So anytime we've seen this on any type of show like this, it does not go well. Like teams do not do a good job because it's just so hard, and really how perfect I-LAND was,
like, no,
they
honestly,
could do it. It's just like it's such a hard song to do. Like if I was a contestant and I was doing that, I'd be like, I'm screwed. Like
think about any time we've ever seen them do any I-LAND song like Live A and Rose or Panorama.
It's just never that good.
Any of that, it's like maybe I-LAND was really that amazing because everyone struggles to do these performances.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah, I think that definitely just shows the talent of I-LAND. But this one,
like Fiesta.
Yeah, like it's just anybody struggles with these songs. But this group really came together and put to like a really awesome performance. It was my favorite one.
I think the whole big story behind this was Sabi.
Yeah.
Actually becoming a center and being able to sing.
She did really good.
Because once we got to the performance, she did great. But before that, it was like, couldn't you like not sing like 5 days ago and now you're like doing amazing?
Yeah, maybe it is like, maybe they have like tons of days to prepare and just the editing. Because we're always like, wait a minute, you couldn't walk and chew gum. And
seriously,
now,
like you couldn't
now you're doing backflips.
And now you're like I don't even know. Like saying the alphabet and doing backflips and handstands.
She was really good. She did a great job as a center.
And then the second part of it was Jungin. For the first time ever in the show, I'm still been 3 episodes, but kind of slipping up and showing she has some weaknesses.
Just had a little bit of
because she couldn't hit the high notes.
The one high note part she didn't quite get. Even though in the end she redeemed herself and was fine. Even though the rest of the song she was fine too.
Which is kind of funny because we were talking about it. And there's certain songs like these have high pitched notes in them. And if you're a singer and you can't hit those notes, there's no way you're possibly ever going to be able to do it. It's just how it is.
Right.
But she did a good job. I mean, the whole performance itself is really good. And even 24, who's like, in my opinion, probably the most harsh judge out of all of them, was like, your vocals were a little lacking, but the performance made up for it because it was just that good.
It was really
and
good.
I was like, oh, wow. I've never heard anybody. It's weird because it started out as a very negative comment.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the performance is great, so I didn't even notice. I'm like, well, you did. Just comment on it.
He does that. He does that a lot.
The old compliment sandwich.
It was really, I thought it was definitely the best one. I thought everyone, like, was good in their own right in the performance and, like, stood out. And it's just a hard song to do, and they did a really solid job. Like, almost perfect, really.
Also, Juwon, like, killed her little dance break thing.
Yeah.
That they had.
That was cool.
They had, like, a cool little change-up dance break in the middle of the song. That was really awesome.
Yeah, they had him in, like, multiple songs, like, these dance breaks, and I thought the I-LAND one was the best one. It was like, really dope. They kind of, like, each team during their dance break, like, threw some shade at the other team by doing a dance move from them or something. Like, it was kind of funny.
Oh, I guess I should say, too, that this is, like, the first time in any of these elimination shows where I've seen, like, so much shade, like, backhanded compliments being thrown out by the girls against other girls.
I kind of love it, honestly. Like, it's just, like, competitive.
So cutthroat. Cutthroat kitchen.
Yeah, like, because they had to, when they did their midterm thing, the other girls had to watch the girls perform or something. I don't know. Well, the judges watched them, too. And the judges, like, asked them sitting there, like, what did you see wrong with this dance? And, like, they would have to comment, and they just have some little comments back and forth that you hear and that they show, obviously to make it more dramatic, but it's good stuff. It's like a competitive environment.
Yeah, during the girl group one for the ground, there's a time when they like,
oh gosh,
we're taking turns practicing, and the girls on the side are like, wow, if we had this song, we would have had this done in like an hour and it would have been perfect. And they're like messing up.
Yeah, I know. They're like, we would have been done with this already.
Or like, wow, thank God they got the easy dance break. And
They
didn't
look
have
like
to
children
try.
dancing.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It's
wait,
crazy.
What a minute?
I'm like, wait a minute, you guys.
Everyone's around the same age here. Come on now.
But it's just crazy because usually they don't talk like that in the shows.
It's actually really great. Like, it's like healthy competitive.
Or it'll be like they're picking roles, and someone will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be this, whatever, and they're like, yeah, I don't think she can do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
There's like just a lot of honesty in this show.
It really is. One of them was funny was when they picked Jungin. I don't remember. I think it was to do like the main vocal part or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they all picked her. And she's like, I don't know if I can do it. Are you guys sure? And then like when they're in her monologue, she's like, I can totally do this.
Yeah, I know. Just like, she's being humble on the outside, but inside she knew.
She's like, I'm going to crush this.
I'm going to do it. It's going to be my part.
But yeah, it's been pretty interesting. But we did not see who won that, so...
No.
Even the judges are like, I don't know who's going to win because it's pretty close.
I don't know in that one. I mean, I know what I'd pick, but it's very close. Both of them were really good. Both of them had a couple little slip-ups, but overall, like, it's pretty equal.
It is. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess if I had to vote, I don't know. They're both super good.
I swear that it's, like, crazy because they're, like, both excellent, and then they both had small little faults that were, like, the same type of fault. And then, like, that's it. It's, like, you always had, like, the same mess-up, too. I think just because Panorama is such a difficult song, I'll give them the edge. They did really good.
It was really good. I don't know.
G-Man's really great, though.
That whistle one was super good. I guess what it's going to come down to, I guess we'll find out, too, next week.
Yeah.
But what's going to come down to is what they hold as a higher mistake. Minsel's, like, one-liner, Jungin not being able to hit the...
Like the high note.
The high note in the song, like the main high note in the song.
True. That's true.
But I also don't know how much I care about it because he said in the thing, the performance is good enough to make up for it, so I don't...
Right.
So does that mean like the rest of the whistle performance wasn't good enough to make up for Minsel's one little...
I guess not, because Minsel's thing was kind of almost like a little like verse side thing. It wasn't like she was trying to stand there and hit the high note and couldn't get it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested to see this one because it's very neck and neck.
I will also say I don't... It's weird because the judges are voting on it. We're not voting on it. The judges are voting on it.
No votes from us yet.
So essentially they can just pick whatever they want and make up any excuse they want.
Sure.
So are they going to keep Jungin, who's been like number one the whole show, in the I-LAND part? Or it is kind of interesting because also Jimin is like by far like the fan favorite. Everybody like wants her to win. So, I mean, I guess it depends who they're going to keep up. It's not like they're getting eliminated. I mean,
no. It's just inevitable that there's going to be some really talented people in ground.
And then they're going to come back, so it's not
like
exactly. They're going to be gone forever or anything.
It's just right in this next episode or whatever. There's going to be some very talented people in ground because that's how 50% team exercise works. Like, you're just going to lose some people, so. But I really do not know who they're going to pick.
I don't either.
I do not know.
The other thing that's crazy about it is I'm like, oh, well, they'll see who's more popular. They just pick whoever they wanted. But clearly this is taking place way before any of this is
Oh, yeah.
happened.
We still have the 5-week thing that happened. Like,
yeah, I know. So I guess I can't base it off what's actually going on to try to keep the fans happy.
Right.
Choi
Soul's been doing really good. She did well in that performance. Also, again, just can't harp on it enough how cool the stage is where they perform.
Oh my gosh, the best.
It's so the awesome like cube of excellence of all the screens and stuff or whatever it is. It's so cool.
I'm still trying to think of who would pick to freaking win this one. Because they also had their little storylines basically and their redemption arcs here. And everybody did good. It's not like one person failed.
I think overall the team's most impressive was G-Man, but like overall just I'm giving the difficulty of Panorama just because of how hard
I would say the Panorama is definitely a more difficult song to perform.
And judges said that too, the dance. They're like it's not even in the same ballpark.
But the Whistle one was awesome.
Whistle, I like the song more, but I gotta give it to Panorama. And then G-Man gets the MVP, so there you go.
I think I'll pick the Whistle one.
I'll just be middleman Dan.
And then we'll see who actually makes it next week. This is a tough call. It's like a coin toss.
I guess if I had to say which mistake was more important or worse, it would be the Panorama one, just because that was like your main high note.
And it was like the main person of the whole show.
Yeah. Who is still like the number one person, in my opinion. Obviously, I think she should be. Because Minsel's thing was like, really, for like
it's weird because if you're like listening to it and they didn't point it out, like zoom in on it and show the judges' faces, you'd have like no idea.
And Minsel's really great, so cut her some slack, Taeyong. But I really don't know. I'm really anxious to see. We'll go. Oh yeah, so you can have the Whistle team. I'll do the Panorama.
Gosh, it's a tough one.
It's hard. I'd say the Panorama had a bigger mistake, but
let's just say I'm glad I'm not a judge.
I know.
I just hope they like pull something crazy, and it's
like yeah, we'll go.
What was to say? It's like they'll be talking about this and be like, well, you do remember what's her face messed up that dance move on the very first performance of the entrance exam.
No, yeah,
that's gonna cost him over in the end.
Like, well, you know what? The team did not have professional enough looking hair, so we got like something just completely out of pocket. And you're like, they're going down the ground.
Yeah, I know. It's like the facial expressions just weren't where I needed them to be at.
They showed up a minute late to practice this one day 3 weeks ago. You're out.
I don't know. It's tough.
At this point, this is the stuff that can get a guy cut because everyone was really good.
I mean, it's true. And they did compliment, like I said, Yuju had like no lines at all.
Yuju did good.
And she like had a little part, and they complimented her on like her facial expressions during her 6 seconds of screen time. So
she made the absolute most for her and Yui's little like dramatic back and forth.
And they really hyped up Yui too after being down on her for not doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, they showed a lot of like her putting in the extra time in the gym while everyone was going to bed or whatever.
And Sarong did really good. Sujong did sick in her dance part. She killed the little dance break thing that she
did.
This is just a really good team, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if this was like a group that just like debuted, I'd be like, this is a pretty sick group.
Sujong is probably one of my favorite people just because I always like the dancing. I mean, she's just like such a good dancer. It's a great team. It was fun to watch.
And Tang had the most random compliment I've ever heard. When he told Yui, you're wearing an outfit that looks like it was made for you. And I was like, sure.
I guess I was wondering if he just meant like you are...
Like a concept that fits you or something?
Right, like you are... your rapper position in this suits you as like an artist.
That's I don't know, just the translation was weird. I don't know.
I was like, I would not say that to anybody. It's kind of strange, but maybe he thought her outfit was cool. I don't know. I thought it was like a something where it was like, oh, your rapping suits you. So the outfit... Like if the boot
like you look like you belong in this out, like
right.
This position.
Like the position
You're
of the rapper.
You're born center.
Yeah, don't hear that.
That's never a good thing to hear.
You are doomed, and then your group disbands. Yeah, I mean, Yui did good. She was horrible before, but she came through and did good. I don't know. Maybe I want to pick the Whistle team now because that was sick, and G-Man's really great. I'm sick of the If that was any other song but Panorama and it was like the same exact awesome performance. Same maybe little mistake. I'd probably pick Whistle, but because it's I-LAND1, I'm going with that one. Because we've seen people really suck at those. Like even very good idols too are just like not good at I-LAND1. So
apparently I-LAND1's just like the final boss of performance stages.
They really are.
That's like hitting through the fire and flames of Guitar Hero.
I know.
Doesn't matter how good you are. Once you get there, it's just like impossible.
It is. It really is. So entertaining. Super fun to watch both of them though.
Next up, we have Ground, and they had the Bad Boy team and the Like Ooh-Ah team.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bad Boy team was Fuko, G1, other G1, Nana, Yin, and Ling Ling. And essentially the whole story between both these ground groups are just the two main girls from I-LAND that went down there.
Right.
Kind of fighting their way back up into,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, back into I-LAND. So they found out that like one group's going to be promoted, the other one's going to be demoted or stay and get eliminated. And like the fire in their eyes just like was ablaze.
Right.
They're like, I can get back now. I can do anything. And Fuko and GM both handled this in completely different ways.
Yeah.
Fuko's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like I can work up there and get there, And then Gene was just extremely Debbie Downer. It's like, I need to go back. And didn't like want to hang out with the friends.
Her attitude just does not seem very good. And then they're both naturally
the leaders.
They're both the leaders of each team, and so they're separated. So it's kind of became this like Jun Fuko head-to-head battle of like how are we going to lead these teams against each other. But yeah, Jun just I don't know.
She's like sitting by herself eating to lunch table.
And like everyone in the UA team wanted her to be the leader. And they all like look up to her and stuff. It's just she just doesn't look like she wants to be there.
There's one point in time where they're like trying to practice, and she's just like, I don't know what to do. She's like sitting in a corner by herself.
She's like hunched over on the bench, and like, are you like fainting? Like, she's like very, very. I don't know what's going on.
She's really going through it.
Yeah, something's going on with her. We'll see.
Spoiler alert: we also got like a flash forward to next week.
Yeah,
and the judges are really questioning her, and she's like crying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like good or bad because it's just very vague.
And you never really know with those because we might not even see that. But like this, I don't know if they're just setting up for like the most redemptive arc of all time for her because my gosh, they are digging her in a hole.
Yeah, they really are.
Like, and I think she's kind of doing it herself. But I mean, we've seen it was like so bad. We've seen people on certain sites be like, "Okay, can we stop mentioning it? Like, we get it. She was not good." Like,
yeah, we understand. She's
like,
not happy. Maybe it's just the editing. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, so next week looks not great. A lot of tears for her. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. But this week we only saw the Bad Boy stage. Like I said, it's Fuko, G1, Nana, Yin, and Ling Ling. And they, I guess, did good. Okay.
I thought
about as good as you thought it was going to be.
I thought it was okay.
Fuko really stood out and showed why she belonged up in the I group.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, granted, she got put down in the other group because she had a cold.
Right.
And kind of wasn't there for a lot of it because she didn't feel good.
Good point.
So, did she really deserve to get moved down? Probably not.
Hard to say.
But also, I don't know what really came into play there because the other girls were the ones that voted for it.
Yeah.
So they easily could have just voted her to stay. So I'm not really sure how that worked.
It legit was just like bogus because I think it was because they're like, well, she wasn't here, so we had to vote her down. It's like, okay, I get it, I guess.
Pretty much.
But she was really great.
She did really good.
She was really impressive to me this episode, and she was good before, but like, she's a good leader too.
She definitely, like I said, she definitely showed why she belonged in I-LAND to begin with, like why she should be up at the top.
I definitely think she should be. She was the star of that team for sure.
She was by far like heads above everybody else that was on her team.
They kind of hyped up this team when it was done, and were like complimenting people. I didn't really think this was that great of a performance.
I thought it was kind of okay.
I thought it was like fine.
Like on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it like 6.5.
It was average. It was like by far my least favorite one of the 3 we saw. This team took it pretty hard from the judge people.
One girl in particular, G1, one of the G1s.
Yeah.
She, did not do good. So
no, she was not good at all.
There's that. But they really like hammered it home on
the
her.
One girl, I don't remember her name, but I mean, it's literally when you're getting questioned of like, do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? That's when it's tough because it's like, well, do you want to be here? And that's like kind of a soul searching moment in front of everyone that they're like, he pretty much just like starts crying.
They literally called her out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, where's your heart at? Do you even want to be an idol? Like, this was pathetic.
Like, what made you want to be like? And you're like, that is just like,
Like, you were picked to be the main vocalist here, and you were doing a terrible job of it.
Mm-hmm. The main vocalist job does not suit you.
Yeah, they were really hard on her. Felt kind of bad for her. But
I did too, but
good.
To be fair, she was not great.
The other G1 did really good, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that. Guess that's the equivalent of exchange. You got...
Was it Ian who got yelled at, or
G1?
Oh, she did?
There's two of them.
And then who was the one girl who we didn't even know was there? Remember, the one girl was like the vocalist? Oh, that was who Taeyong was like, the lead vocalist does not suit you. The one girl.
G1. That's who it was.
Okay. Well, then Yeon was the one that got yelled at by the girl judge in the prerequisite thing.
Oh, the prereq one. Yeah.
Yeah, she was...
I was talking about like the final one.
Oh, yeah. Yeon got just obliterated. That was when they were like, do you want to be...
They're like, are you... Well, then, you are right, because they did bring it up too.
Yeah.
The one girl, she's like, why are you even doing this? She's like, an idol's not even like your first choice of career.
Right.
She's like, oh yeah, I never thought I'd be an idol. I'm like, well, how did you even get on the show?
I know, and then she's kind of like, well, you need to like want to do this to do it because it's hard, and like a lot of people have this dream, but you can't just do it half-ass, essentially, because yeah, she was not great in the little prelim thing.
Oh yeah, and she even said it.
That
too.
was Yeon. Okay, yeah, and then that was Yeon, and then you're right, Jiwon was the vocalist who was not good.
Well, it's crazy because she said it too, and she's like, oh yeah, I didn't ever think I'd be an idol, but I'm doing this or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay.
What was she before? Was she a actor or something?
I don't remember, but I knew she said she didn't want to be an idol, or she would have never thought she'd be an idol.
Right.
So this was not her first choice of stuff to do. And the judges saw through it. They called him out.
No, it's truth, all truth, and like obviously she took a hard cry, but like probably needed to hear it. They kind of gave her a nice little redemptive story.
Because at the end of the actual show, like during the performance, she did pretty good.
Yeah, she did pretty good. I didn't think it was crazy good. The judges kind of... But, they said, like, hey, like, we challenged you and you rose to the challenge, so that's good. So.
And they did show, too, that she put in, like, some extra time by herself practicing.
Yeah.
After the judge, like, called her out on it, she actually did go practice. So, I mean, that's good.
She had bangs, too, so that really gave her more energy.
It always does.
But, yeah, the one Jiwon girl did not do a great job.
No, she got called out in the final one.
A
couple girls got called out on this then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a kind of a rough group. And they came together the best they could, but it was not a stellar performance. But we just have no idea what to expect from this other one because it looks like it went absolutely horrible.
It did.
There were some people crying, and I've never seen so many tears on people's faces.
Oh my gosh.
It was like people were like, it's like they got hit with a water balloon in the face with so much water. But yeah.
Fuko, if it wasn't for you, this
Fuko
would have been a train wreck.
Fuko is so good, man. I was like, dude, you probably should just be in the final group. We have a buddy, or I'm sure other people too, that really like Fuko, and we're starting to see the light because she was excellent.
I never really paid attention to her up until now, but yeah, she's really good.
She was really good and did a great job leading.
I'm trying to think.
The little ground teams had definitely some little bickering amongst each other in the little space they had.
Oh, they really did.
They were.
One of them was like, "Can you guys move? We need to do a mirror full practice."
And
they kicked him to the side.
It literally was like, "Get out of the way."
Like, get out of here.
I was like, "Is that really what she said?"
I was like, "That's kind of mean."
They
look like little kids practicing over there.
And I was like, "Wait a minute, how old are all of you?"
Like, you're also little kids. Calm down.
I think was it Ian who had like an ankle injury she was nursing too? So
she's the one that got hurt when they were doing the last performance.
So she's still battling through some ankle injury.
She's got some stuff she has to deal with.
Yeah, she did fine, and I mean she definitely like stepped it up. But it was an okay performance. But their dance break thing was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like it was like I get it, a dance break's like different than the song, but that one was like very different.
Yeah, it was. I think the best dance break, in my opinion, was the panorama one.
Oh, yeah, it was so good. That was such a good performance. It, like, fit. It was, like, different, but it fit smoothly still. And it was, like, kind of intense. So it went from, like, panorama to intense, back to panorama. It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Then that leaves us with the Like Uwa stage, which is Gyuri, Jiyoon, Yuna, Chaein, Yoonshae, and Yuko. Really, all we saw was...
Yeah.
I think I was wondering why we didn't get like a little behind the scene dance thing for the like UO one, because I'm like, oh, we're just getting a performance, sick. So it's probably gonna be like the first part of next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a continuation.
So that's when they got continued and they came on, and it just basically opened up with Gary being adorable, and then kind of just cut off. And then we got like little clips of next week, and it looked fine. And then the judges questioning Ji-yoon and Chain having like the most egregious amount of tears I've ever seen on someone's face.
I'm like, I don't know if this went well from all these tears. I don't know if these are tears of happiness.
So we'll see. We didn't really get anything from that, so we can't really talk about it.
We do not know what.
But as far as the members and the outfits and the concept, it looks very promising.
Looks cool. Great song to do. I will say 4 awesome songs picked for everybody.
Yeah, I know. What was a good one? Although I just always think it's weird. So like one group has like Whistle, one is Bad Boy, one is like Ooh-Ah, and then they give like the freaking super high pitch panorama to like one of them.
It's just such a hard one. I don't know if like.
Why would you just give them like another song that's not like that?
I don't know. And I always wanted to tell, I was like, this one is so difficult.
Like you're like trying to challenge them or something? Or like what's happening here?
Like,
because like I said, if you can't hit that vocal range, no matter what you do, it's not going to work.
They literally had to change the pitch of the song to do it.
For all of them, not just one member, all of them. They changed the whole thing.
Yeah, because nobody could.
They did the lower because nobody could hit the notes.
It's just such a difficult song to do on these types of things. So that's why I give them a lot of credit.
One thing that's also funny to me in these is like they give them the songs, and like none of them are like recent songs. They're all kind of like older ones.
Yeah.
Like why are they not just out there performing like OMG like by New Jeans? You know, or like Tomboy.
Really just shows the best time of K-pop was when we got into it.
Idol or something.
Yeah, because that's how they.
Well, I guess they did that on another
They did
show.
that on. Did they do it on Are You Next or something?
I don't remember. But it's just weird. I feel like on the ones we watched, it was kind of like older ones. Like remember on Universe Ticket?
Yeah.
Like some of the songs they gave them were like from like Jin 1.
Right. It was like red. It was like they had like Red Velvet on there too, like red flavor and stuff. So.
Like what if they go, oh, hey, these are your song choices. You get to do like OMG by New Jeans or like Rising by Triple S.
Ooh.
Like that'd be sick.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
These are just like the classics, really.
But you always get like one song by like some popular group from like years ago now. It's weird.
Right.
I guess I should be thankful. I was really expecting someone to have to perform that song by SES. What is it?
Dreams Come True.
Dreams Come True.
Dreams Come True.
And we also have not heard a Girls' Generation song yet.
Oh, thank goodness.
So
that's probably like the final stage.
Hashtag count my blessings.
Into the new world.
Oh my god. Whatever group performs that, I don't care who's in it, you're eliminated immediately.
I know. You're going to ground.
You're going to ground and you're staying there. But it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was really... I've loved this show so far.
So far, none of the episodes have reached 2 hours yet, which is pretty sick. Although, by me saying that, I mean, one was like an hour and 50, one was like an hour and 45.
One was like an hour 55.
So...
Still not 2 hours.
Still not 2 hours. I'll take it. Top-notch performances from I-LAND team, though.
Yeah, they're good. Proven why they're up there. The big names performed, for sure.
Also, spoiler on top of a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler if you watch the last, 30 seconds of this episode.
Yeah.
But they're getting a special guest appearance from Somi for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they already spoiled it, because they showed someone walking in, you're like, ooh, who could it be? And then it's Somi, so...
I legit thought it was Jokwon. By the pose and the little thing in the heels.
I know.
I thought it was Jokwon. I'm like, these girls are going to be so excited to meet this person they've never heard of.
He's a legend. Performances, I guess.
All right, well, it was a great episode. So
Super fun
can't
episode.
wait for next week. They saw Somi for some reason. Thought it was going to be Jokwon. And it was not. Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was.
I'm just wondering why we're getting so many spoiler things. I guess to just try and keep people interested of like these.
Yeah, I know. I was like seeing Somi going to make all the people stay interested in the show or something.
We're still sitting on the 5-week G-Man.
Yeah, we have not reached that 5-week spoiler
that we saw in week 1. So what could that mean?
Still got to see that.
So, I don't know.
Next week's episode should be fun. It's a pretty exciting show. I've had a good time so far.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed it, and I guess some people will go home next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But we can give you our Idols of the week.
Who could it be?
For whatever week this is of 2024, which is the first weekend of whatever month this is, May. And since there is a big tour on the horizon,
yeah,
I think my idol of the week is going to be our good friend Cindy from Vives.
That's a good one.
You guys were around when I started liking Cindy, and she bias wrecked me on Queendom Puzzle.
Gosh. Did she ever?
You guys should go back on the podcast and listen to me change my mind about her live on air on one of our review episodes.
Absolutely.
Probably episode 1, I'd say. That's the exact moment it happened, but really been a mainstay in my life and on my Instagram account since that moment happened, which is actually quite a while ago now.
It was. Yeah, that was a... Kind of looking back on that show, like that show had... Like, it was crazy. Like, freaking WJSN was on there. They weren't in the BB Girls. They were still the Brave Girls.
Luna was a group.
Luna was on there. Like, what a crazy show to happen.
Time to be alive.
Vive's still going strong.
Kepler was on there.
I guess...
Like, right after they became a group.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was kind of a weird move for them, but they were on there.
Oh, sorry, Queendom 2, not Queendom Puzzle, my bad.
Yeah.
There's so many Queendoms.
There's been multiple ones, or there's been a whole other one since then. So V's is going to be like the only existing team from that, right?
And Yolan.
Yeah, I guess she's still soloist.
Because Kepler's
going to disband in
WJSN,
like 59 days.
Brave Girls,
Luna's gone.
Yolan.
WJSN's kind of gone.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
So who's the real queen?
Yeah, I know. Who really won?
WJSN was the champs
won.
of that. They were the champs of Queendom.
And then you're in one Queendom Puzzle. So
Yeah, she's a 2-time Queendom champion. And
Michael Jordan of Queendom shows.
She literally is like the Queendom GOAT. Like, she has to be. It's like no debate. She's won twice. That's crazy.
Yeah. Talking about real bragging rights.
So yeah, and then Vives is like the one existing team.
So everything I said is a lie. Go back and watch our episode 1 review of Queendom 2.
Queendom 2.
That's when you will see my
Let's go see who my idol of the week is going to be.
My opinion change.
Gosh, Simbi's the best. I really want to go see them.
I know. I'm excited.
Which, if we can, we will.
I need that Cindy selfie.
Oh, that'd be so fun. And they have awesome songs, too. They're very, very
Oh, we love Vives. Vives
like,
always makes really good music. Well, it's not a super huge fan of G-Friend.
No.
I think I said friend of G-Friend. Both. Fan or friend of G-Friend. Some of those songs are okay. Like, I mean, I like Rough. I like Glass Bead. I'd probably like Magusta's, too, if I didn't hear it 900 times.
Goodness gracious.
Magoo was good.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably one of the top disbandment songs of all time.
It's a pretty good one.
But Vives definitely has been pretty good since they started with us.
I was going to say, like, definitely a bigger fan of them than G-Friend, but pretty much like you said, we just never really got into G-Friend too much. Even though we know they're like a legendary group and people really love them, so happy for all those people who are going to get to see some of the legends. But yeah, definitely stay in Vives. Heck yeah.
That's my idol of the week.
Let's see who we got.
The vet at the ripe age of 25.
I know. Dude, I really hope they have selfie time. That'd be amazing. Okay, mine, a.k.a. last saved Instagram photo of an idol, is the Captain Serum from Fromus 9. One of my favorite idols for a long, long time. Probably still in the top 10 right now. She's awesome. Fromus 9 is awesome. Not sure what will happen to them. Maybe.
You can't see it, but I'm saluting her.
Maybe more music, but Rumsey is amazing.
I think someone
one of my favorite idols ever.
Someone said they're having a comeback here pretty soon. I saw someone post that.
I've seen some rumblings, which
also,
will be sick.
They've been performing at shows lately, and they're going to be at Waterbomb, so
they're going to do something.
They're very active.
Good for Fromus.
You know, shout out to them being like just the throw-in kind of trade asset from when they acquired other companies.
Right, and they're just...
And it's like kind of they're chilling.
Yeah.
And they don't have to worry about being as big for Hive as like La Seraphim or New Jeans or even Illit. Yeah. They're just kind of chilling. They just do whatever they want.
Yeah, like they have a good enough fan base that they're like keeping them around and they can still do stuff and be successful.
There's no pressure to come out and make like a life-altering like comeback.
Anything they do is going to be criticized so badly that it's like almost like just horrible treatment.
Maybe that's the plan where... Most groups are like, it's got to be great, or like, if the New Jeans' new song isn't as good, it's just, no, they're going to fall off. And here it's like, you know what? I'm just glad they're still around making music.
Yeah, I know. Like, just thankful for Fromus. And they do have a good fan base, so I would love
You got a
music
light
from
stick.
them. Yeah, I have the Fromus. It's a really cool one, actually. I really like it. Thanks, Cork STL. Go buy all your stuff from them. But yeah, Serum, I mean, she's been one of my favorites for a long time now, like, looking back on it. So, and Fromus has been one of our, well, groups we've really liked for a long time now. It's been a while. So I hope they do have some new music. Yeah, do they, like, hang out in the high building? Like, everything else is, shit's hitting the fan and everyone's going crazy and they're just, like, chilling there, like, good luck, guys. Like,
Did anyone eat my lean cuisine?
Yeah, just like riding skateboards in there and stuff. Like,
I don't know. Good for them, though. No.
yeah, Fromus is awesome.
Fromus is awesome. I wish we could have a Fromus tour.
I would love if we could see them live.
Come to
somewhere.
KCON.
That's perfect. They're a perfect KCON group. Come to KCON. I would love to see them live. That's like actually kind of like small bucket list K-pop group to see would be Fromus.
Also, not anything to do with anything we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, you know what's the lamest thing ever? There's all these sick announcements of tours, and the one group we were going into 2024 expecting to see has not been announced at all to tour.
I don't know who that would be because I feel like everyone
Weekly.
has. Oh, yeah. Whatever. That is true.
That's the one that we went into the year expecting to happen because we heard a bunch of rumors.
And they
confirmed it.
Yeah.
And didn't say when or who's bringing them. But that's the only group that's not been announced so far that I feel like we've
That is interesting.
expected to be announced. And there's been all kinds of announcements.
That is interesting because that's all true.
Watch their one tour, their American tours that just come like KCON.
That'd be great. That's perfect KCON group too. Like bring them for almost 9. Heck yeah, we're good. They did say they were gonna have a United States tour, but we have not heard anything else about that, and that was from their own mouths.
Yeah, it was.
This has been a really crazy year because so many people we really did want to see have announced tours that we like never thought would. So, like, who thought we'd see Purple Kiss in less than a year? But
Who thought I'd finally get my wish of seeing my favorite group being
I know
a performing group somewhere I can see them with my favorite bias
it's time.
happening.
It's time. But yeah, that weekly thing is kind of weird. I don't know if it fell through or maybe it's like coming later. That'd be great if it was coming later. We do not need it right now.
Or maybe they're like
Fall would be amazing.
Evolution, where in all the signals they're getting Australia and America confused.
Yeah, I know. They really did.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
My
I just
hope-
had that thought in my head.
Yeah, come to KCON. Fromos come to KCON. Full Triple S come to KCON. We're there. That is weird. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's it. Serum, you're my idol of the week.
Good call. Let me know if you guys are super excited for next week's performances and what you think of Ji-Yoon, and which groups you think are going to win,
Yeah, what was your favorite performance today?
and who's going to get eliminated next week.
It's going to be tough.
It's probably going to be one of the members, I'm assuming, that are in ground currently, and I have no idea who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a decent grasp on the members, but I do think some ground folks are going home.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to, literally think. There's a couple people, like you said, like G1 and Yin. No idea who they were till this episode, so.
Yeah, they got tore into. And we still have the whole group to go, so maybe that'll group be so bad that, like, yeah, the 2 people definitely are from this group. Or they'll be the best. It
You
could
never
be
know.
anything. It could be anything.
You never know. But until next week, go stay in your faves. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys. Peace.
바람 끝에 찾아온 작은 기억 귓가에 퍼지